what is going to be the best camera phone for you in 2022? In this video, we'll break down the top 5 best camera phones on the market this year based on price versus performance and situations they'll be used in. So whether you're looking for the best camera phone for photography or for video, stay tuned. We'll have the perfect option for you. All the links to find the best prices on all the products mentioned in this video will be in the description below. The products are in no exact order, so be sure to stay tuned till the end so you don't miss anything. First up, the Google Pixel 6 Pro, our pick for best camera phone for most people. Google has a reputation of delivering excellent photography experiences on its phones, and the Google Pixel 6 Pro is no exception. In fact, its hardware and software have both seen huge upgrades from the Pixel 5. The design of the Google Pixel 6 Pro has a camera band that houses its powerful new camera array and spans the entire width of the phone. The 50-megapixel main shooter, which has an f1.9 aperture, is the camera you'll likely be using the most. It takes high-res photos with good detail and true-to-life colors. The telephoto camera has a 4x optical zoom and produces detailed images of distant subjects, but you'll need a steady hand, tripod, or gimbal to get the best results, as is the case with all telephoto modes. When you want to get more people or more of a sweeping vista into the frame, the ultra-wide camera is up to the task, delivering a 114-degree field of view. On the front of the phone, there's an 11.1-megapixel selfie camera with an f2.2 aperture. It produces nice-looking portrait shots, good picture quality for video calls, and you can also record 4K video. Camera software is a big part of what makes the Pixel 6 Pro such a great camera phone. Night sight gives you better results in dark areas, motion mode provides great long exposure shots, and real tone enables you to capture more natural-looking skin tones in photos of people of color. Magic Eraser is another big upgrade, and is designed to let you easily remove subjects that you don't want to be included in your photos, such as an unattractive background element or photo bombers. If you want a phone with a fantastic camera, the Google Pixel 6 Pro is an excellent choice. It has a powerful camera array that's paired with some exciting software features that give you lots of versatility. Next up, the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, our pick for most versatile camera phone. The Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra is a big, powerful, and attractive Android phone. It's super versatile, and the cameras are a clear highlight, with the space zoom capabilities taking you to infinity and beyond. The camera array on this phone is very similar to what you'd find on the Galaxy S21 Ultra. There are two 10-megapixel telephoto lenses. One is f2.4 with a 36-degree field of view, and the other is f4.9 with an 11-degree field of view. There's also a 12-megapixel ultra-wide with a 120-degree field of view, and the 108-megapixel main wide camera with f1.8 and an 85-degree field of view. The technology backing the cameras has also undergone a significant upgrade. Enhancements include better optical and digital image stabilization and image processing. Zoom capabilities are also the best available. The 3x and 10x optical zoom is solid and offers clear images of distant objects, but the 30x and 100x space zoom is where you'll see the greatest improvements. A lot of this is due to the improved stabilization that takes control of the lens and holds a subject in the frame. Wide and ultra-wide images are also improved using Samsung's adaptive pixel tech that uses nano-binning that takes 9 pixels of information and combines them into one for better color and contrast, blending it with the full resolution of the 108-megapixel wide-angle original. That lens also gets an autofocus assist from what looks like a fifth lens on the back of the phone that is actually a laser autofocus sensor. The front-facing camera, meanwhile, uses tetra-binning to combine 4 pixels into one for a high-quality 10-megapixel image. You can also shoot high-quality 4K video at 60 FPS and up to 8K at 24 FPS. If you absolutely love photography and the ability to take great shots on the fly, the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra is the perfect camera for you. The camera array is excellent, and the zoom capabilities will finally let you capture what your eyes can see. Next up, the Huawei Mate 40 Pro, our pick for great photography camera. The Huawei Mate 40 Pro is one of the best phones around in terms of hardware. Its cameras take incredible pictures, its screen looks great, and it feels wonderful in the hand thanks to its curved display and slender build. The main snapper is a 50-megapixel f1.9 camera and has a RYYB sensor as opposed to the standard RGB, allowing it to take in more light. This is joined by a 20-megapixel f1.8 ultra-wide camera and a 12-megapixel f3.4 periscope telephoto with 5x optical zoom. On the front, there are two cameras, a 13-megapixel f2.4 ultra-wide selfie cam joined by a time-of-flight sensor for improved depth sensing. Selfies look good and are pretty bold in terms of color. From scenic vistas to close-up subjects and portrait shots, the Mate 40 Pro produces fantastic results with good color accuracy, depth, and contrast. The ultra-wide camera uses a free-form lens, which uses an uneven shape to effectively reduce the kind of distortion ultra-wide photos usually have, and it works very well. Photos taken using the periscope telephoto lens look so good, it's difficult to tell that a zoom was used at all. Portrait mode is refined with no over-the-top bokeh effects, and some settings, like highlights and shadows, are AI tweaked to make the subject stand out more naturally. Even in low light, this phone remains consistently adept at taking great photos by maintaining detail and color with very little noise in dark areas. For videography, this phone uses the ultra-wide lens and you could shoot up to 4K 60fps, but enabling image stabilization or subject tracking drops that down to 1080p at 30fps. Like the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, you can record 4K video using the front-facing camera too. If you're looking for a camera phone that excels at photography, the Huawei Mate 40 Pro is a fantastic choice. From landscapes to portraits and more, this camera will give you excellent photographic results, even in low light. If you're interested in updated pricing on any of the items mentioned in this video, be sure to check out the links below. Prices update on these products almost daily with sales and general price drops, so if you want to find the most updated information, check the description. If you find this video helpful, please help out the channel by giving this video a like and tell us which products caught your eye in the comments below. Next up, the iPhone 13 Pro Max, our pick for best overall camera phone. The iPhone 13 Pro Max has incredible battery life, cameras that could do pretty much anything you'd need on a smartphone, and is available in a range of muted but classy colors. Simply put, this is the leading contender for the best overall camera phone you can get right now. Just as the camera array in the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra is derived and improved upon from a previous model, the iPhone 13 Pro Max builds on the camera array from the iPhone 12 Pro Max, tweaking it for better performance. The main camera, which Apple calls the wide camera, has a 12-megapixel sensor with larger 1.9 micrometer pixels placed on one of the largest sensors Apple has ever put in a smartphone. This larger sensor lets it capture more light, and in combination with its f1.5 aperture, you'll be able to shoot some seriously impressive low-light images. The upgraded ultra-wide sensor packs 12 megapixels and has Apple's night mode functionality that gives it the ability to take some breathtaking photos in near pitch-black situations, as long as you're able to hold the handset perfectly still for the necessary amount of time, similar to the Google Pixel 6 Pro's night sight. The telephoto lens can zoom in 3 times optically, and there's even a macro mode that will activate when you move the phone closer to a subject. Once it kicks in, the blurriness clears to reveal a close-up world where you could take some very interesting shots. If you like to shoot video, the iPhone 13 Pro Max has you covered. You could shoot 4K or 1080p video at up to 60fps, 720p at 30fps, and more. If you're shopping around for the best overall camera phone, the Apple iPhone 13 Pro Max is definitely what you're looking for. It has a versatile camera array and shooting modes and includes a macro mode for extremely close shots. Last but not least, the OnePlus 9 Pro. While the OnePlus 9 Pro isn't going to knock the iPhone 13 Pro Max off its top spot, it is one of the best camera phones that OnePlus has released, and the camera system in it has been developed in collaboration with the iconic photography company Hasselblad. The 9 Pro boasts a quad camera that includes standard wide, ultra wide, and telephoto modules, as well as a 2-megapixel monochrome sensor. The array features a 48-megapixel 2x2 OCL quad Bayer sensor and gets most of the basics right when it comes to photography. Dynamic range is particularly impressive, with bright highlights often well preserved when shooting in high contrast conditions. Target exposures of people can be a little low in strongly backlit shots, but for the most part, the 9 Pro delivers nice exposure. White balance is fairly neutral in most shots, and colors are generally well saturated. Detail is particularly impressive in outdoor shots, and when the light levels drop, the 9 Pro is able to retain detail, even in fine structures. The ultra-wide camera has a 14mm equivalent focal length and f2.2 aperture. For the ultra-wide, OnePlus has switched to the larger Sony IMX766 50-megapixel 1x1.56-inch sensor, which allows more light to pass through, giving it an edge over its competitors. The telephoto camera utilizes an 8-megapixel sensor, with an f2.4 aperture lens that's equal to a 3 times optical zoom, which is decent but falls short of the longer ranges available on competitors like the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. For video, the OnePlus 9 Pro comes with 8K recording at 30fps, which is above and beyond everything else we've looked at. If you're looking for a smartphone with a camera array with very good photographic abilities and is simple to use, the OnePlus 9 Pro is a great choice. It's the best camera phone OnePlus has released to date, and it could shoot 8K video. If you guys like this video or this video helped you, please give the video a like. Links to all the products mentioned are in the description below. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button to keep up to date on the latest and greatest in tech. Till next time, I'll see you guys later.